that's enough for me. You got me begging, baby.
I can't see.
Nights I can't focus, call my girl like bust it open, I'm outside your home. He said this cause you're smoking got me thinking thought-provoking, do something to my love. Nights I can't focus, call my girl like bust it open, I'm outside your home. He said this cause you're smoking got me thinking thought-provoking, do something to my love. I wanna refund, I wanna redo. Told me it'd be fine, they said it'd be cool. Until I see sun, I ain't been get no shit. Can't read me with that bullshit no more. And I ain't been get no shit. I changed my number and area call. By the time that you hear this, hope they clearing out. Now I'm all up on your body and you're screaming out. Got me feeling now. Type of pussy, have a nigga going out his brain. I'm just trying to keep my base, but trying to stay in frame. Mixed emotions with devotion, trying to numb the pain. She's heavy on my brain, about to go insane. I ain't been get no sleep. Can't read me with that bullshit no more. I ain't been get no sleep. I changed my number and area call. Nights I can't focus, call my girl like bust it open, I'm outside your home. This cause you're smoking got me thinking thought-provoking, do something to my love. Nights I can't focus, call my girl like bust it open, I'm outside your home.
We are now boarding the Lovercraft. Make you feel warmer than a baby laugh. Oh, baby, you forgot your ticket. Shit get wicked. Just pay me cash. And if you ain't got that, just pay me mine. I'm the love lord. Just trying to lose less and love more. I tell you what, it's on the house this time.
Run down the exercise and baby, keep it 1-1. Play more, less swing, it's almost like control. Play more, less swing. It's you. Run down the exercise and baby, keep it 1-1. Play more, less swing, it's almost like control. Play more, less swing. Let me call up Isha to come over here, Keisha, we about to get so cold. Let me call up Peaches, that's my other real Keisha, we about to get cold. Do you wanna play in the backseat part of my ride? Do you wanna live in a fast lane, shorty, all night? Losing myself on my cruising out, crushing up nice. Crush it up nice. Break it down, pick up a pace. Losing myself on high. You can control yourself. Over the bag, you done destroyed yourself. Run down and exercise and baby, keep it 1-1. Play more, less swing, it's almost like control. Play more, less swing. Run down and exercise and baby, keep it 1-1. Play more, less swing, it's almost like control. Play more, less swing. It be like Tisha, can we take this easy? Can we take this easy? Ain't no deep dives,
Why I gotta be 2 live, be 3 live every time I see you, every time I need you. Got a bag for the low, and you scared to death.
Everything get a little better when it's a little loud and loud. On the low, I'ma be pulling up on your side, black Uber, they know my car. Looking at me like he must know. Take photos with a telescope. Heard you been running with the lanes, I know. Only go live on Periscope. You don't know everything, literally get a little better when you speak loud and clear. See everything that you doubt and fear. That energy not allowed this year. That literally mindset out of here. Smoking OG, baby. Why you playing hardball? I'm just tryna ball hard with you, little baby.
Run down the exercise and make sure you keep it 1-1. Play more, less swing. It's almost like control. Play more, less swing. Run down the exercise and make keep it 1-1. Play more, less swing. It's almost like control. Play more, less swing.
Like your left field, got the best feel. Brand new crib, one jacuzzi, how the jets feel. Sign my next deal, the effects real. Bad little bitch, fun to spree up in the Westfield. I'm a Fortune 5, I'm a cash deal. Ex was toxic, had to hit him with the less heel.
Yo, what's up, guys? What's good? What is good? So I went to go make some coffee. Well, I meant mostly pour the water into the coffee. Nance made the coffee. And I missed this NQ trade that I wanted to take. So, yeah, that sucks. But it would have missed me anyways, it seems like, so I guess it's not really a big deal. This was a 28-29 push down, and I think we're just about, yeah, so that just mitigated. So that missed me there. And then, but honestly, I did want to see Dow go down lower to kind of clear these London lows before taking anything long term for buys, so whatever, it is what it is. And then we were looking at NFP shorts as well out of here, and I hit, man, I'm off today. I hit a sell limit instead of market execution to sell here. So this would be running risk-free at this point. But we're good. Oh, thank you. Got that one over there. But Grand Rising, everyone. What's good, Jay? You were on here at 7:30. You're on here early. What up, Brian, Nick, Carlos, Joe, Harshie, Brandon, Karen, Greg, Jeff, Vaughn, Seth, Amy. What up, y'all? What's good? Gabriel, Lil Janko, Edgar, Fernando, Rafa. What up, Zach? Why is there there's like a Japanese character after your guys' names for some reason? What? Or a Chinese character? I don't know, my chat thing, it looks crazy right now. You see it or no? No. What the heck? Oh, it's auto-translating when you guys write in Spanish. To Mandarin? No, I don't. It's like a translation, I think it's weird. Cool. I do understand Spanish though. So, all right, anyways, let's get into it. It's the last day of the week. Let's wrap the week up strong. At this point, you know, you guys know how you've done for the week. If things haven't gone the way you wanted it to, don't double down on the wrong behavior today. So just let it go. All right, let it go. Just trade what's here. If you could have been in profits, but you're not, You know, it's okay. There's so many trades. I guarantee you probably don't remember, you know, the outcomes of some trades just a few weeks back. There was a trade that was such a big deal that you forgot about already, and it's gonna happen again. So, you know, let's come into the markets detached, ready to strike when the time is right here, and we're good. All right, we're good. Now, I want to say congratulations to those of you that will follow your plan today. You're awesome. Well done. And yeah, big shout out to a couple of people. I don't actually know. I'm not going to shout you guys out here yet. I don't know how public you want this news, so maybe I won't shout you out here yet. But we did have 2 traders that are in the syndicate that went full time yesterday. So, one was like 2 weeks ago, and then another was yesterday. So we have 2 traders that one that on the 1 year basically of being in the syndicate has quit her job to dedicate her time to trading, and then we have another that about 8 months into the syndicate has not quit his job and just to dedicate his time, at least some time, to trading as a main income stream. So give some love and some shout out to them. It's an incredible milestone, and so just know like that moment's coming for you too. Okay, like it might take time, it might be longer, shorter than you expect, maybe not even in the way that you think it's going to happen, but it can definitely happen. So keep up the good work, guys. Like, you guys are showing up. Obviously they've been dialed into the program, showing up to all the sessions that we do, and showing up here in the mornings every day. So yeah, congratulations, guys. You know who you are. I'm not sure how public you want that news, so I won't for now. But yeah, congrats, guys. It's massive, massive, massive. With that being said, for any of you that want to take that next leap and to want to position yourself to grow in a similar way, I can't guarantee that. That would be unethical of me to say like, oh yeah, you're going to be a full-time trader in a year. Can't go that far and guarantee it, but as you can see, it is possible. So if that's you and you want to know how to, and you want to be in the same environment where that's happening, then see, they're late about it too. And so yeah, there's a link, schedule there just to have a conversation around whether it's the right fit for you or not. But yeah, much love, y'all. But let's get into what's in front of us, right? Let's see if we can get into some charts. Damn, they're playing a little rough today. Okay, so yeah, they're going crazy over here. I don't know how distracting that is. Hopefully not too distracting. Hell yeah. Yes. Is that Yuleta? No way. What's good, bro? Dog cam? Maybe we'll get a little GoPro on him. Okay, so what are we looking at here? Initially, so before NFP opened, I thought we could trade higher and see shorts in this massive spike up. Okay, well, we'll zoom out, and Harshit was actually going over this morning on the big picture with Dow and how the market's kind of looking over here. But we've had, yeah, these are I think everyone starts their morning together here in this household. So like, they're so loud for this first like 30 minutes of the session, and then they just are quiet the rest of the day. So it's mental. But anyway, so we saw the market take out this high, fail to maintain it, come back up again, and you know, Dow is going for making the run for all-time highs. It looks like that's a possibility here to trade up to this range and to go even higher. But before it gets there, there are signs that we might get another push down before we make this big run. So it can really go either way. So, but we keep seeing when the market gets above like 50,050, it just does not want to stay up here. Keep losing momentum over and over and over again. So it does look like a distribution on the 1 hour, 15 minute, where we're seeing the market then also give us lower lows on the 15-minute time frame. So to me, it does look like we're a bit more bearish on Dow than we are with NASDAQ for sure. And so can we get one more move down and then maybe we get the rally? That's kind of how I interpret this at the moment. So this is why I'm definitely open to selling in this range, especially where we see the market spike up, take out the highs, and then start to drop and give us that 15-minute, 5-minute break of structure. The thing is, and the reason I have 2 entries here, is that on the way down, we see another big push up here. So this bullish order block, this comes into this zone. So the 1 minute will help you see it a little easier. So we see it spike up, take out the highs, come down, work its way up again. So is this rejecting these small time frame order blocks, or is this mitigating? It looks pretty rebalanced, and it looks like it did its thing already. So I think we can see shorts out of here. It's not like we're super close yet. We're a few minutes out for New York Open, so this might be the next rally to get there. So yeah, we'll see. This is what I'm waiting for. The reason I was looking to pull the trigger here was because we also had another big bullish move before we absolutely continue even more aggressively to the downside. So had it only been this, I don't think I'd take this sell. But because at the same time we had NASDAQ had worked, it cleared New York highs and was trading up here at the exact same moment that Dow Jones is giving us a potential rejection of this order block here and this bigger move. So the combination of those things in context, I was like, all right, shorts look good. And then either way, that this trade's over, that's just a wrap. So now my main focus is seeing if we take a short over here, if the market is moving the same way, if Dow is still less bullish than NQ, which it doesn't look like that's the case. What's actually looking like can happen here, and there's 2 minutes till New York Open, so I want to bring this up, is it's because NQ and MNQ look different right now. The micro spiked down, but this did not. So the 1 minute time frame is like failing to make bearish structure. So we broke below, came right back up. We get below again, came right back up. So had we really locked in more selling below this low and really getting some demand over here, then awesome. I'm down for a short. But that did not happen, at least not yet. So unless this happens, then I sell. Otherwise, I don't. But we're definitely seeing a price action flip because look at how bullish Dow is now. It took out these lows, this consolidation, and then right off the open of the hour, and then immediately just shot up. So yeah, and then you have S&P that also took out New York highs and instantly lost momentum. And honestly, S&P is giving great lower lows here. S&P for the last, 26 minutes? Really? Yeah, I mean, this has been sitting down here below the low for some time now. So it does look like potential shorts with S&P honestly look more valid than even NQ. It'll depend on how we work our way over here. I feel like you can kind of go either way. Right now, NASDAQ is going down while Dow is going up. So we'll kind of see what this is going to look like. When the markets are inverted like this, I typically like to trade these individually. So yeah, let's see what the market has in store for us today. Are we going to see NQ continue to work its way down? Are these going to get back on the same wavelength and move in unison? And then what does that leave S&P. So I'm gonna have an alert with S&P if we start to clear like these highs over here. Same thing with NQ. Kind of see where we get to. And then, because right now we're starting to get a little push to the upside. Meanwhile, Dow Jones is starting to drop here. So I didn't have any entry for any trades right now with Dow. I'm waiting it out over here. So it comes right back in just to sell off. We're seeing NQ start to pick up way more momentum. These are moving in opposite directions. And then S&P doesn't know what to do. It's kind of just stuck. So this is where like it gets a little tricky, because a lot of times S&P just kind of gets stuck there and doesn't really do anything, while we see NQ flying, Dow melting. It's like, okay, well, what do I trade here? You know, do I take the sell on Dow Jones over here, on NASDAQ up here, because of what we talked about? Do we take this back down? Is this going to lose momentum? But what if Dow starts to move in upwards alongside NQ? And then S&P slowly working its way higher. So if I were to choose, it does seem like S&P is lagging behind. So the short on S&P makes more sense, especially since it is still climbing and moving upwards. But a lot of times, yesterday this did play out better, but a lot of times, since Dow and NQ are moving in completely opposite directions, you kind of just treat them as independent trades. So I'm gonna do this right here is where I want. This might, if this just keeps melting off, then this might have been the shakeout. But I'm gonna go half risk with this order. And then if S&P ends up, if everything ends up moving in unison and it ends up climbing up to here, then I'll take my short with S&P as well. So I didn't like the demand on this as much, but it's also because Dow is moving so crazy. So like the demand is much better on S&P over here for sure. So I mean, that's also a good. I think I'm gonna delete the order. So I'm deleting my trade, deleting it, because yeah, like price just didn't trade here for too long. It kind of came up here, would lose momentum, whereas S&P's structure was significantly better. And so I'd rather just wait it out. If this were to play out, whatever, you know, it's fine. But it's true. This demand was not as good as S&P's. Sometimes that is what makes it work, though. Like the fact that this didn't trade as lower is also because Dow is just going crazy. So yeah, I'll just wait it out. We'll see if we get over here. Nah, it's cool. It's honestly really strange that S&P had lower lows and NQ struggled to do the same thing. So that is kind of weird. Typically you don't really see S&P giving better structure like that. Now Dow came back up to, and here, like, could there have been a trade with Dow Jones? Honestly, for me, not really. Like, yeah, we spike up, we come back down. This drops down, comes back up so quickly. So to me, this is not great price action. Let me just go one screen. This is a lot to have going on there. So yeah, Dow, like I wouldn't have had an entry here. For me, like this looks more, there's more evidence that this was just to clear liquidity and come back in and build out some more. So trading this, like cool, it worked out, but it's not a duplicatable entry. Like I see this lose a lot when it drops down, doesn't create any demand, comes back up. Like these, a lot of the times will just continue to rally. So I'm fine with not being in that trade. The buy that we had here, this played out beautifully. So it didn't go low enough to trigger me in, but very nice. Okay, so that's it for metal or for indices. We can come back to this here in a second. I did have, I was looking at gold for possible shorts. We see a clearance of liquidity. We get lower lows here on the 5 minute and just a good amount, a lot of demand. So that looks good. I'm curious about where silver's at. Okay, silver is pushing. So look at the way that this is retracing. You have gold here. 786 pullback. And then silver is retracing actually a bit more aggressively. So I do like the gold position here. And honestly, taking it where we've seen resistance before, I like it. This 886 entry looks good. And then we have equal lows. So whether you want to target London lows, New York lows, Tokyo lows, that's going to be up to you guys. But for now, this looks solid. Let's see. All right, looks like that's going to be it. So 4 contracts for me. I have a limit set on gold for reversals. Keep my eye out on S&P. I have it on another screen here pulled up. And then deleting NASDAQ was the right move. Okay, I also have an oil setup that I like. And it's all the way down here. I'm not looking to trade it here. Like I see that we had a spike down right here already. So the market clears this, and then it's, in my opinion, already mitigated over here. So that's already done its thing. If you wanted to do, if you were looking at anything there, but this was the massive sell-off with oil. So huge push down, liquidates. This was the final push down before this went on an absolute mission. So yeah, that was cool. And then from here, I want you guys to look at this. So we struggled to really establish any sort of higher highs here on the 15 minute. So this is, to me, these are not good signs for a continuation. But I do still think we can get a reversal. So I don't think, I wouldn't trade to go higher highs here, but I would trade this to get into, to take out some liquidity. So maybe London highs, like over here, or into this consolidation. So I like buys and then entries, right? So my stop would go right there. And then entry-wise, we've seen some support here, some resistance, some support. So trading around here, for me, looks good. Like right into this pocket. And then taking out London highs would give this trade a 3.8R. So this is what's on the radar right now. So here is CL. I'm going and I'm writing this into our community. If you're not in the community, then just go to tradingwithmike.com. Today, May 8th. Today's Jasline's birthday, right? Mm-hmm. Shout out to the homie Jaslyn. Happy birthday. May you be blessed on this beautiful day. I already know Jay's gonna make an awesome experience for for your birthday. All right, oil. Here we go. Oil here. Here's a link as well. I'll post the rest of them that we marked up too. All right. Got that going on. We have this gold idea too. All right, so we got gold over here. What setup do you guys like the best? Which ones are you looking to take or not take? Let me know. All right, so that's doing its thing. We have Dow just bleeding out, melting away. And Q took out the high again, starting to drop a little bit, a little choppiness there. And then S&P not quite doing its thing over here. So I'm curious if we get this sell on S&P, or I mean, at the end of the day, we might have a sell with Dow again, especially if it can lock in this low here. All right, just wanted to double check mini and the micro with Dow. But look at how New York Open kicks things off right here. So 2 minutes before New York Open, we get a big spike, and then obviously New York Open just sells it off. So depending on how you want to draw this out, here you see where money really comes in, right? This is the big sell. But you get buys in first. So you start to see the upswing from like right here. Market starts to push up without a lot of volume, and then the sellers just really take over, and obviously this really comes in aggressively. So yeah, I think up to interpretation, I guess, for how you want to perceive this. But right here, this looks good. This here takes out anyone who was selling right post NFP, clears those out, and then makes the big push. So if, right, big if we can sustain the lows over here, then I'm open to shorting in this area for Dow. If not, so if this spikes down and comes right back up, then I don't have enough proof that we're still in a downtrend. Because when we break below a previous low and it's super short-lived, that to me is more a sign of a liquidity capture and the intention to push the market down just to be able to for whales to get in at better prices, at those lower prices. So the way that this is moving right now, that's not giving me signs of a downtrend. Oil buys, gold is approaching short. Why don't you like continuations on oil again? Nice. Why? Here we go. I don't like continuations on oil because it's failing to maintain these highs. Every time it tries to make higher highs, it just comes up and right back down. So all of this, like just no demand over here. Goes up, loses momentum. Every single time. So this high for me is not enough to go like, oh, this is bullish. Like look at this on the daily candles keep leaving wicks. You know, you see it come up and just to go back down. So yeah, we just don't last up here at all. So that's why I'm not really looking to be in any to hold it for extremely long. So we're still waiting on gold. Slowly but surely. S&P is getting a lot closer to this trade. Question is it worth, look at NQ flying here. So NQ pumping, Dow still dumping, and S&P somewhere in between. So I am going to set my limit order here for S&P. We have medium folder news here in 14 minutes. Thank you, Seth. So I'm playing S&P since S&P is kind of somewhere in the middle and NQ and Dow are still inverse correlated. I said that weird, inverse correlated. Then I'm open still to a mitigation on S&P, assuming that it's going to keep moving in the opposite direction as Dow. If it doesn't, then it is what it is. But yeah, right now we're starting to play into where we had NFP, push, and then here where we've seen this another little order block there. I think we can kind of get into this zone before things turn around. So we'll see. I think I'm about to get triggered in. I am now triggered in. Let's see here. Active on here. Oh, you know what? I didn't connect one account to this one. Let's see. Pull the execution over here. What do we got going on? Give me 1 second, guys. Yes. M, right? All right. Go. All right, so let's see if we get a reversal or rejection out of here. See where we can take this. And the way that this is moving right now, all right, we've seen a lot of resistance at around these areas, around these prices. Targets, we have London lows. You got a massive amount of imbalance over there. Obviously that's getting a bit, we could say ambitious, if you will. But this consolidation that we're at here, if this is going to give us the reversal, I would at least have this go below this 8:15 a.m. move. Just clearing all this makes sense for me, like down to at least right here. That's if we're going to get these reversals. Obviously, nothing is promised in these markets. Where I see this having trouble, and maybe I should have gone half risk here, is like obviously, and NASDAQ just continues to be on an absolute rampage right now. And I just don't know how S&P is going to respond to the way Dow moves too. So I think independently it can do its own thing, especially with us getting a decent 1 minute breaker structure over here, where we traded below this low at least for, I think we talked about it, right, like 30 minutes or so. And then obviously we've rallied significantly. How I would move my stop. So if we end up kind of filling a decent amount of this imbalance, I'm going to go and then tighten this up and reduce the exposure on this. So hopefully we can kind of break through this little support that we're seeing right here and get to here, at least so we can reduce risk. And then I'm curious, hopefully we don't mitigate this drop off too aggressively and this can kind of keep working its way lower. But it does not help that NQ is just on a no chill type of run right now. But if we can get a nice little reversal from NASDAQ from here and have it kind of drop at least into this little order block, then I think that could be pretty helpful for S&P's movement here. Sitting back around entry. Definitely struggling to break this low. So it's either it's building up liquidity and then this is gonna get a pretty good push down, or it's just gonna retest here and then stop us out. To be honest, so if this holds, then yeah, I don't think this is gonna work out. But if this is another way of just luring in even more liquidity, then we'll see a pretty good push. So when you see this happen, where it's like kind of building either, sometimes it's like an artificial support, this actually ends up working out because then there's even more buyers available here, so sells can just kind of run through that. All right, so meanwhile, let's check it out. Gold kind of just chilling. Oil slowly moving its way down. All right. All right. Meanwhile, we're getting Dow to push a little higher. It traded below here, kind of back and forth for like 14, 15 minutes-ish. So, I don't know how I feel about this yet. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I'm thinking I wish I kind of would have just gone half risk on S&P. Because there's like just multiple variables with this play here. Like, I don't know how Dow is going to influence this trade or not at all, to be fair. So we'll see. But NQ, man, what a run. Like, what an absolute run. Intel up another 4.5% today. Sony up 4%. Let's see, what's down today? Nothing too crazy. No, like, big jumps. Oh, CloudNet took a huge dump. Crazy. All right, let's see. Going back here, S&P still in some drawdown. Took out these highs, starting to work its way lower. We're almost back at entry over here. The madness continues. It's just building up more and more. I mean, this is good signs. Every time this does try to go higher, this then just dumps. So it's like, it just seems like it's not really enough momentum over here for this to do much. So I think if we can kind of break through to here and just trade into this imbalance, reducing risk is going to be my main priority. We just broke below so briefly. I feel like this is not enough of a push down to like a true liquidity sweep. Should be a little bit more aggressive. NQ still not breaking below. So this is kind of a good sign. We're seeing Dow, well, kind of. S&P was starting to break below here while NQ is still making higher lows. So S&P kind of dropping first is good. And then we're seeing Dow start to move. So honestly, everything seems to be moving a little bit more in unison here. Dow's going up, NQ's going up, and S&P is going up. So I'm going to actually, if we get back down to here, I'm going to actually drop about half of my contracts if I have a chance. I should have done that already, actually. Now, here's why. The reason I want to reduce my risk exposure here is because it seems like everything's in unison now. Like, we're seeing, for example, where is this? Like everything's going up together and everything is going down together. So now all of the markets are kind of moving at the same pace. They go up, they go down. So if I feel like Dow has a good chance of going way higher, and then that's just only going to push S&P even higher too. So if I stop yapping and actually just press this damn button, I can get out of possibly having a little bit too much risk exposure than to what I want to have. So we'll see. But look, now Dow is going higher. The markets are going to drive me crazy. Now Dow's going up, S&P is going down. So they're kind of a little wishy-washy here, and not my favorite type of price action. Look at how, okay, NQ pushing lower, going lower. Dow going higher. S&P S&P doesn't know what it is. S&P having an identity crisis right now. Okay, so now Dow has spent, it spent a good 13 minutes below, spiked up, and then came back down again for another 3-4 minutes as well. So I feel like everything's gonna line up for shorts here. Maybe we get Dow to push up to here, and then everything just sells off together. Could be some potential there. I don't know. It's weird, to be honest. It's just kind of weird. This is now squeezing. Everything is squeezing simultaneously. So a breakout is going to happen. A decent move is about to go down. The question is it going to be in our favor or not? So we'll drink a little coffee, see if we get smarter. Because we're intellectuals here. I had a chance to cut my risk in half here. I did. But I just kept yapping. So is gold slowly going to work its way into this entry too? Okay. So gold still pushing, approaching. S&P taking out this high again. Let's see if it wants to run out of steam again. Here is, hold on, 74.12.5. And I'm stopped out. Holy fuck. Yeah, I had a chance of avoiding this loss. I could have. All right, that's pushing us closer to gold to set up. Here's gold in the 5 minute. So a little push to the upside, drop. Wonder if we're gonna get up to here, getting pretty close. So that's a -1R for me. Let's check over here. A little under a 1 hour. That's nice. All right. It's all right. Could have avoided it. I had a feeling. Odd gold. What the fuck, bro? You can't sell off already. That's not okay. The way that silver's kind of squeezing here, I feel like silver's gonna push up too, so I think we'll be all right there. And then, is oil pushing down yet? Nope. Oil's got more to go. All right. So it looks like this 1 minute structure was just too weak. And honestly, looking at the 5, like, it kind of kept leaving wicks here. So I guess there were more clues on the 5 minute. That the intent was to just take out these lows and then reverse. So this kind of like a accumulation over here. Hindsight 2020, as always, right? All right, so nice little push up again. So now we sweep more New York highs. A little bit more resistance here. Is this quite a shakeout yet? No. No, I wouldn't go that far. So that was enough. The Michigan news was enough to just take out the highs. But now it looks like we're getting, maybe everything's going to be in unison. So you got NASDAQ, Dow, S&P, they're all pushing up right now at the same time. So the Dow short, this is enough for me now. We've been sitting here for long enough. I'm down with the shorts on Dow Jones. I'm definitely with it. Yeah, let's take all this out. This liquidity here. We can go even down to here, honestly. A lot of choppiness. But we don't need to. We don't need all that. We can go with a little 4-hour action. Alright. We're all set here. 23 contracts on Dow for the short. So I got gold as a limit, and I have Dow as a limit. And then let me share this idea here. So the lesson: pull the trigger when you have discernment. And then really understand what your risk exposure is going to be like depending on the kind of setup that you have. So I didn't need to lose a full R on that S&P trade. I just needed to commit to exiting. Even if it was with a small loss, I could have just exited out while I was chopping up over here. Okay. Now we wait, folks. Let's see. Let me go to the chat. What's up, Argentina? What's good? You know who isn't down today? Me, after deciding to stay here for another week. Yeah. He's in Bali. Are you still in Canggu? Don't you want to buy? Don't you want to buy? Buy what? I think you were about to add half R to your position. Yes, I would have wanted to buy. I would have added more to it. You're right. Yeah, good thing I got out. Nice. Doesn't gold have equal highs in the 30-minute? Let's see. Gold short. Yeah, I'm also waiting on a gold short. Equal highs on the 30. I mean, I wouldn't say so. I guess it's kind of close. But I wouldn't say that. Let's see. Right now, we took out these liquidity and we're dropping, dude. Was this it? Was this the mitigation? Let's see. I guess honestly, like, there's not like a clear indication of where like a lot of money comes in and, you know, things spike up. Volume is all roughly the same around here. So I think it just depends on how you're going to interpret this. With the way that we're seeing gold already sell out of here, it kind of seems like this might have already mitigated. Like, it definitely rebalanced over here. Decisions. I feel like silver can go higher. Nah, I think we can still play out of there. I feel like it missed. Let's see, trades out of this, takes the high, makes the move. This kind of reaction is giving me signs that we did get an exchange from up there, though. So I think I'm going to delete it. Yeah. Just the way that we sold out of here is just so aggressive. This clearly money comes in there. And then the timing was exactly Michigan Consumer Index. So, yeah, we're just going to have to leave that like that. The trade that could have been. The trade that never was. So, honestly, a re-entry or a second entry model here on gold is definitely possible. Right, you see the market clear the highs, immediately turn things right around. So I think if we can get some solid ground here, then yeah, we can see a good move. Like, let's see if we get some sellers to just hold it down, and then if we can get a reversal in here later, maybe we have another short. There's this move during London, which was a nice little spike down before the continuation. If we end up staying bullish, this could be a buying opportunity too, short term. But this liquidity down here is definitely a target. I think, yeah, I'd honestly just avoid buying until we get below all of this. Yeah, what a good move. Just shy of our entry on gold. That's sad. Oil wanting to hold it down here, looks like, after it took this out. Liquidity here, this is holding it up. It's fine. Oil has a lot more to move, so this one might take a little bit longer. And then Euro. Yeah, Euro was pretty close, but I think it's sold out of here. So I considered this the mitigation on Thursday, like yesterday during New York, and it just sold off. Right now, so this is something I was looking at with NFP, right? NFP had made a huge wick down, and then we traded above for a good 30 minutes, quickly pushed down to then trade above again for another 30 minutes, and now we're working our way lower. So I could see buys off this NFP zone. However, this is important. This is failing to make higher highs. So it cleared New York highs, and then instantly this higher time frame didn't play out. So I don't love buying right here if this 15-minute bullish structure failed. So if this 15-minute already is showing us like, nope, not enough demand, and it comes right back down, then I feel like buying here out of this whole range is not a great place to buy. So despite getting the push down here, I don't love it, how it's moving. Yeah, I don't know if anyone had looked at this, but if you're looking at just the 5-minute, it kind of looks bullish, like it's you know, doing its thing. But it pushed up here to liquidate, and then it's dropping down. So this looks like a better trade would actually be if the market were to give us like a shakeout or something. So if it starts to like build up over here, right now it clears liquidity. If we start to kind of, you know, do our thing like this, then we could look for a short somewhere over here and then continue to work this lower. So I think I'd rather, being aware of the higher time frame here, I'd rather look for like a further distribution. If you guys are looking at Euro like this, you can kind of see like we're definitely losing momentum here over and over again. So from here, we can see something similar. So let's see. That takes us to, let's see, Bitcoin. Not much going on in Bitcoin. And then just to recap here, right, NQ extremely bullish. No signs of this. Still just price discovery. Just crazy price discovery. Dow holding it down. Structure is more than valid here for this to be bearish. So the short looks great. Whether it's going to trade out of the open or a little bit higher, I guess we'll see. Gold here, that quick move down, looks like it's kind of bouncing right back up. So staying mindful on gold. I did delete this, so at the moment I'm not really convinced on any sort of gold trades right now. So let me actually go and update this setup here. Let's do a little update. Here. So, and then this I'd say like mitigated. That's set in stone. Sweet. Yeah, so I think that the trade that's more than likely can play out for us here during sometime in the next, I don't know, hour maybe? Hour and a half, 2 hours, would be Dow for the shorts. And then from here, possibly looking at that Euro shakeout here. So let's see if we kind of work our way down again, just build up some liquidity. If that happens, then I'm open to shorting euro. If not, then cool. It is what it is. If it comes right back up again and we stay bullish, then maybe these NFP buys will make sense. So just kind of play these by ear. It's all ready. Yeah, that's it. Let me look at the chat, see what's up. S&P, EU is also so close. Sell on Bitcoin on the 5 minute. Let's see. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. You have this sweep here. Market chops up, continues. Yeah, sell over here. Makes sense. Structure. I mean, the 1 minute went bearish. We traded below this low for 50 minutes. Here. A lot of consolidation. I think exits within this imbalance probably make more sense. So like something like this. A little 2-3R action. I see it. Yeah. All right. Keep me posted. Let me know if you take that. Picking up what you're putting down. Got a lot of liquidity down here, guys, with Dow, so the exits just look good. For Dow, it did steep London. You still like it as much? Yeah, it made more liquidity, honestly. Like there's lows exactly right here, so yeah, I'm still down for Dow. It took out the low here, but it just came back down to more equal lows, so I'm cool with that. Oh wow, this thing flew. So remember this structure. This is the one thing that I didn't like as much on the 5 minute. We don't get a 5 minute break. We just get a 1 minute like bearishness, and then from here you see this. So here. So yeah, if this is gonna sell out of here, I would only take it to like right into this zone. But the fact that we couldn't get the 5 minute break below, that I don't love. So I'm not in this trade or anything. Good reaction out of here. This just about mitigates completely already. So seeing how this is moving, you're just about at the place where you can move your stop to like right there. This mug is gigantic. What does it say? She is loathed? Clothed. Oh, I'm illiterate. She is clothed in strength and dignity. Excellent. So what are you guys doing this weekend? Y'all doing anything fun?
Let's see how many moms we have.
How many what?
How many moms do we have?
Moms?
Yeah.
How many moms are in the chat right now? Happy Mother's Day. Early Mother's Day. Shout out to all y'all. Selfless human beings.
Gonna get plastered.
Gonna get plastered in Chicago. Sick, dude. For my boy's graduation.
Be safe.
Birthday party. Excellent. Someone said, wish my mama came back with the milk. one day.
Relaxing floating pod sounds cool.
Relaxing floating pods. That sounds chill. What does that mean? What is a floating pod?
I just imagine.
Is it like what are those like sensory deprivation thingies? Or are you just in water? Let's see, can we get this triggered in? Thoughts on why I'm buy from order block at 49,697 due to inverse correlation. Well, I don't know how inverse correlated they are anymore. It looks like they're all moving together now. To be fair, but 677. Oh, right out of here. This guy right here. Those lows are a little suspicious. Look at YM. Okay, YM looks better. Yeah. Honestly, I could see it. I would like you said, just be aware of where kind of everything's playing out. But I see it independently. I see your play. Sweet, enjoy, man. Is Giordano's pizza that popular in Chicago? It is popular. It's not the best by any means. It's like it's just, yeah, it's probably is Giordano's the most popular one? Yeah, right? Like, at least if you're not from Chicago, it has the most chains. For sure. If you want the best deep dish pizza in Chicago, then you need to go to Pequod's. If that's what you're looking for, if it's like you're looking for deep dish and like legendary deep dish, then Pequod's is the one. It's like not like everyone eats it every day or anything, but yeah, more people have what people are now calling tavern style more often. It's kind of like you can't afford to eat deep dish every day. Gino's East is gas. 100%. That's definitely honorable mention. I'd say top 3. Is it better? No.
No, but
it's like right there. At that point, like, they're fire. Have it charred. You need to have yours charred at Pequod's. That's when you unlock a new level. While we patiently wait for this, I'm just thinking about pizza.
Oh, Rico Ben's is also fire.
Rico Ben's, yeah, that's a deep cut. Breaded steak pizza. That's like you're asking for like a heart attack. That sounds so good. We really don't got shit going on over here, huh? We're just waiting. What did Bitcoin end up doing? All right, so Bitcoin mitigation. If you did decide to short this, I would reduce my stop. Here we go. Let's go, Dow. Let's make something happen. Let's have some fun on this stream over here. A little more. Don't be shy. Let's get the ball rolling. All right. Well, enjoy your weekend, guys. If you're doing fun stuff, then obviously have the time of your lives. If you're not doing anything fun this weekend, then just decide to do something fun this weekend. Why not, right? Happy Mother's Day. to all the mothers here that are juggling a million things at once at all times. We are extremely grateful for you. And what am I doing this weekend? That is, there's a lot of things that we might do this weekend, but there's nothing that we will do for sure this weekend. But we will spend some time with the family this weekend. That we will do for sure. Maybe some hiking, some food, all the good stuff. But first, we have to decide. Anyways, y'all enjoy. Let me know if you guys take this Dow short. Yeah, keep me posted. Keep me posted. Anyways, remember, if you want access to any level of our communities, feel free here. We have a free community with tons of resources. Fast Track, which is a 30-day guided experience if you're newer to trading and want to just accelerate everything. And then the syndicate is definitely for those of you that know this is a profession for you. You want to take this to a level where you're consistently not just getting funded, but getting payouts. You're able to build out, years worth of expenses and position yourself to be able to dedicate yourself to trading and have that be a main income stream for you. Just like we had 2 people go full time, or just go sovereign, go free, right? Trading for the lifestyle. So scan that on the right. Obviously, only if you're committed, if you're serious, and if you think about trading in years, not in days or in weeks. So if that's you, pull the trigger. We have a duplicatable system here, and there's more than enough evidence that we create some badass traders. As you guys see, the flyers and the announcements basically every other day. So do that, make a decision. Grateful for y'all. Peace out.